Hey guys, this is Terry with Futures.io. It is my honor to welcome Trevor Harnett from MarketDelta for today's webinar announcing the new mobile features for their cloud platform. Some of the bullet points for today's webinar are: see how you can access the markets while away from your desk, have the DOM or depth of market on your phone, tap to trade, tap to cancel, easily favorite symbols to customize lists on your quote page, single login works in all MarketDelta products, and during the webinar he will show a video of election night volatility and performance. Now please feel free to type your questions into the questions box during the webinar, and we will do our best to answer them at the end of the event. Now due to time, please keep your questions geared towards MarketDelta Mobile. If you're watching us on YouTube, please do us a favor and give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the webinar. And as always, please feel free to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us a lot. Don't forget that you can now follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Futures.io. And without further delay, I'll hand it over to Trevor. Okay, and you should get the pop-up.
All right. All right, guys, see my screen?
Looks good.
All right, so I'm expecting this to go fairly quickly. I got a PowerPoint, and I'm going to get into a live demo of the product. And if the webcam wasn't working here and go to webinar, but if it will, I want to show you, I'll show you the app on my phone, and it's kind of neat to see it the way I've got it set up. So anyway, I'm going to just jump right into it. We've just released what we're calling MarketDelta Mobile, and it connects to CQG for the data and all the order routing. So it's you have a lot of connectivity, and you'll find that it works very nicely. It's available on iOS right now. Android will be coming in 2017. But my goal today is to kind of give you an overview of it and really just show it to you. I have a couple videos of actually using it that I'll play back from YouTube. It's kind of neat to actually see the performance in a real volatile market, and that's kind of the goal for today. I'll show you how to get access. We'll talk about pricing, and then we'll get into that demo. But first, I like to kind of throw up these 3 points. I mean, mobile. It isn't something most traders, at least up till now, really think too much about. But what it does, it really provides traders convenience and, probably more important, risk management, something that's often overlooked. I mean, there's a lot of people, you either get up to go to lunch, you might have a position, or you just leave for the day with a position. Now with a mobile app, you're connected 24 hours a day to live market data and your account, which allows you to just, whether it be flattening out or just checking your positions or placing new positions you may find. So it's convenience and risk management. Those are the 2 things I see driving mobile for traders. And mobile, this last point here, I mean, it's driving our world in every respect. I don't think I have to convince anybody that mobile makes sense. You use it, I mean, it's just in every area of our lives, from just everywhere. I don't even need to list examples. So it just makes sense that as traders who are managing risk and looking for opportunities, that you have it with you all the time. And a good example from a convenience standpoint might be, and actually it applies to risk management as well, would be you're out and about some evening and there's an event that happens somewhere in the world. Well, you're not at your desk, you're not at your computer, but if you got access to your account and even trading interfaces, which I'll show you, 1, you can at least manage your risk there, but 2, it actually might be an opportunity excuse me, an opportunity for you to place orders or otherwise. So there's a lot of good reasons there. So I like to show this slide because honestly 10 years ago heck, even maybe 5 years ago, but definitely 10 years ago, it's not anything people thought of. But traders, historically, we've always been tied to a desk. It's just the way it is, multi-monitors, screens, and all that. The cloud and mobile has really changed that definitely over the last 10 and even more so the last 5, 3, 2, 1 years. And I just like to show this because it just kind of gives an idea of all the things, the way that we used to do things, and now really the bottom row that you see, I'm not going to read all these, you can just kind of see them. This is kind of where we're at today. I mean, it's all about convenience, functionality, and capability. So what we're doing by rolling out MarketDelta Mobile is really providing our customers the ability to have a mobile app, but you can use the same, and I'll touch on this later, the same login you use for MarketDelta Mobile, it can be used with all our other products, MarketDelta Desktop and MarketDelta Cloud. So we're really trying to make a nice seamless way that you can have powerful desktop workstation type solutions, trading, charting, data solutions, but then be able to walk away and have the convenience to monitor those trades, place trades, flatten positions, whatever. And then this is just the last little kind of outside our industry example with respect to mobile. Mobile, this is as of January 2016, and I was finding statistics all over the place. This one was kind of middle of the road. This certainly isn't extreme, but I did find some, as of December 2016, showing 50–60% of web traffic is from mobile phones, or just from mobile devices, iPads and mobile. So again, I'm sure I don't have to convince anybody of that, but it underscores how people are using mobile, and it only makes sense if you're sitting at the desk trading all the time. Why not have the capability in your hand as well? So getting access. So it's easy. I mean, you simply, and I'll give the link here, I'll post it once I'm done with the slides, but you just visit the App Store, the Apple App Store, and you can download it. You could search MarketDelta Mobile, and I'll post the link. But MarketDelta Mobile is what you should search. You'll find it. Let's see. Yeah, once you get it, right on the home screen, once it's installed, and again, I'll show you this in the demo, you can either request a broker login right there. If you already have one, there's an option to go get it and view it, so you can type it in. Or if you have an existing live account, you just can obviously enter that in. So it's straightforward. I mean, that's one of the benefits of the mobile and the apps. Pricing. So it's the app is free no matter what. We don't charge for the app. The software is free. But obviously it's driven by market data, and so if you need a login from your broker, from a broker who supports CQG, so that you can get access and log into the application. Now, those logins that are provided by your broker, if you have MarketDelta Desktop, which is our desktop solution, that login, your trading login that you use with MarketDelta Desktop, can just be enabled for MarketDelta Cloud and MarketDelta Mobile. And by the way, MarketDelta Cloud and Mobile, think of them as one and the same. Your login, your broker login, works in both platforms. Okay, so now you can have your MarketDelta Desktop trading login enabled for Cloud and Mobile, so you can access all the platforms with that single trading ID. And so again, if you're a MarketDelta Desktop subscriber, that's free. That the data, you're already paying for data and exchange fees with MarketDelta Desktop, so it automatically rolls over and you don't have to pay anything extra for cloud and mobile. So that's a big benefit to anybody that's subscribing to MarketDelta Desktop, and I would say it's an incentive there too. If you do not use MarketDelta Desktop, which is fine, but if you don't, there's going to be data and exchange fees, and those data fees around $25 a month plus exchange fees. So that's they're not big, but those will apply. Okay, and then any live trades are 25 cents aside for live order routing. And some brokers are going to build that 25 cents into the commission. So we don't have any control over that. I'm just making that, I want to be as transparent as possible with respect to the pricing. So that's the pricing. And now I'll kind of go through a couple of the screens and then we'll get into the demo. And that's where if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask them. Again, I can't see the questions, only Terry can. So he'll pose those to me as we move along or near the end. So the home screen you have the ability to really have like your favorites, and so as you see on this little screen here, it has any symbols that you've starred, you have a yellow star next to, or that you have a position in. So it's a real convenient way. When you first log in, this is what you're going to see. So it makes it real easy to see one, what your position, what you might have a position in, what the price is. You see a candlestick to see if it's higher or lower, what the change is, and all that kind of stuff. And then just tapping a symbol, which you'll see in the demo, will take you right into a trading interface where you can then place some trades. Okay, this is the dome. And this allows you, if I were to tap a symbol, I have the option to see a dome or like an order ticket. We expect most people probably want to see a dome, but it doesn't matter. I'm showing it here. It's simple to tap and place orders, and again, I can show all this in the demo. Cancel orders is just a single tap. The dome scrolls, so you just scroll it like you'd expect. And you're able to see like the last trades. You can see the indicator there on the far right. Yellow, the yellow band is your average position. So really all the things that you would kind of expect to see are built in to the dome here. Again, this is a mobile app. This isn't a fully, a super feature-rich desktop dome. It's mobile. It's meant for convenience and accessibility. So again, I shouldn't have to say that, but you're not going to get extreme functionality on a mobile device like this, and if you do, it starts to introduce lots of complexity because you don't have a lot of screen space. All right, and then watch lists. I'll show you some of the watch lists, but watch lists are similar to the home screen, except there's a little carousel at the top that allows you to scroll through and create different watch lists. So maybe you want one for equities, one for bonds, one for energies, grains, whatever. So I'll show you that, but it makes it real convenient. There's an orders window, an orders screen, that's the right way to say it. Real straightforward. You can see at the top there's working, filled, canceled, and rejected. So it has basically just a list of any of the activity you've done for the current day and allows you to just get the information you would need if you needed to just go back through and see anything. Working's nice because you can just click working and you know immediately if you have any working orders in any market for that account. And then positions, I'll just show you that when we get into the demo. Alright, so let me transition. Alright. Okay, so here, this is what I want to do. Let me see if the webcam's working. No, it's still not. A lot of times, well, I wish the webcam was working because I'd really like to show you here. Let me just do this. Okay, so what you see now, I'm running a simulator of the app I'm on my Mac, by the way. But I'm running a simulator of the app on an iPhone SE. You should all be able to see this. You can see the app right here. So this is like my home screen on my phone. And I'm going to go ahead and launch the app and we're just going to talk through it and I'll show you. Of course, the markets are essentially closed now, but we'll be able to see. So I'm going to click Launch the app. This would be the login screen. Now, the login screen you'll see is going to be it's going to say a little different here. But if you are new, if you're brand new, you can click Register here, and just go through the little questions, and you'll get your login. If you already have MarketDelta Cloud, just click that, and what will do, it'll take you to a website where you'll log in. Now I've already logged in, or maybe I haven't. No. Okay, so I'm going to have to log in. Okay, so you'll log in, which I'm going to do. And this is what you're going to see. Now this is for those of you who already have a login. If you don't, you're going to end up seeing a similar screen, because what we need you to do is request the demo login, or you could do it here, and you could say show password. These are your credentials that you'll log in with the app. It's just kind of a one-time thing, but just follow the screens and you'll get to it. But I want to go back. Now I've of course already logged in, or got my credentials here, and remember, so all I need to do is click login. Now if I had a live account, I would want to toggle it to live, and I would log in to live. Well, let's log in, and there I am. It's going to let's give it a second. There's my positions. Okay, and so I know the scaling, some of the things might look a little weird in the simulator because I've had to scale this down to fit. But anyway, you get the idea. So let's just talk through this. This is that home screen that I was talking about. At the bottom you can see the home button. Tapping that will always bring you back here. Watch lists will show you your watch list, and I'll get into more detail on these. Orders. I'm not working anything, but if I click filled, you can see all my filled orders. And then my positions. So here's the positions. Clearly this is a demo account because you wouldn't be able to have a negative balance. A lot of testing goes on in this account. So anyway, you can see how this looks. But let's go back to home. And I want to just touch base here on the main settings screen. You can select which account you want right here. So if you have multiple accounts, they'll be listed. I'm in this account. I have 2 accounts. And I want to show you preferences, because this is, by default, it's going to have full trading permissions, but you may want, out of safety, only view only, so you cannot place trades, or maybe can't, so you can view and just cancel, but you can't place trades. Full trading is what I want it on. And then order confirmations. By default, these will be turned on. It'll be like this, meaning it's gonna ask for confirmations anytime you want to place new orders or cancel. I like to have these off just because it's quicker. And then you can set default order quantity, max order quantity, what your default trading method is. I have mine set to DOM. Some of you may want trade ticket if you don't like DOM trading. And then if you want to do a passcode, you can do a passcode as a little extra layer of security. I do recommend that. Okay, so let's click back, tap off here, and before I go into the DOM, let's go ahead and check out your watch list. So the watch list, you can see up here, you can see how this scrolls. Now this runs on iOS, so on iPhones you can see this is about what I see, but on an iPad you would see all these lists, because obviously it's wider. But let's say I go over to the metals, and if I wanted silver, if this is the one I wanted to see on my home screen, you just star it, just tap it, and now if I go back to home, you can see silver has been added right down here. You can see the volume, last price, and the change. Okay, so that's how the watch lists work. I'm not going to get into editing them. I mean, you just tap these things to do what you need to do. If I want to add another list, if I want to edit the list or delete a symbol, it's pretty straightforward. If I want to add a symbol, you can just do that. By the way, it uses CQG symbols, so that's it's CQG symbols. And let's I've already touched on orders and I've already touched on positions. So now let's spend the time let's actually do a little few trades, and then I want to show you some videos and stuff like that. So if I just tap right here on the S&P E-mini, CQG uses EP for the E-mini. If I tap on it, that'll take me into the dome. So this is the dome. Of course, it's real quiet right now. Actually, let's go back. Let's go in to see if crude oil is moving around. Doesn't look like it. So let's stay with the E-mini. All right. So if I tap here, I'm just going to place some trades. You can see I'm just touching these. I'm just touching in here, and this will place buy limit orders. Now, if I clicked up in here, it's going to place market orders, buy market. If I tap in here, it just places some sells. These are sell orders. If I tap them again, tap these, this will just cancel the orders. If I tap orders and go to working, here's all my buys. And I can slide to cancel them from here. Right? You see now I'm working the one order. If I go back to home, it's on the dome, and you can see those two other ones have been canceled, and I'll go ahead and cancel that one. So I'm already short. You see my position. Short. Well, let's just do this. I'm going to scroll. You can see you can scroll this. If I want to recenter it, just tap the symbol. That's a nice little trick. But if I click down here, it's going to I'm going to hit the market and sell another one. So you can see that now I'm short 30. Right? Now I'm going to go to watch list. So I'm on the home button, notice, and I'm viewing a dome. If I go back, it just takes me back to the watch list, or basically my home screen. If I go, and then I can go back into the dome this way. But if I click watch list, and let's look at let's go to the Dow. Here's the Dow. So now I've got a dome. I'm on the watch list. I'm viewing the dome for the YM, but now if I click home, I'm viewing a dome for the E-mini. So it's actually a nice little way. It's a little trick to actually have two domes and just quickly be able to go back and forth. So here's the Dow. Here's the E-mini. So I'm going to work some bids here. Maybe we'll get filled on some. All right. So well, let's just stay here on this. If I tap this icon, this will change it from the dome to the trading ticket. So this is how you'd manually submit kind of an order. If I want to submit a sell order, just tap sell, change the quantity. Let's say sell 5, and then what type of order do you want? So I'm going to just sell market, and let's do that. Trade placed, check your orders. If I go over here to orders and filled, you can see I sold 5. And if I go to positions, you can see here's my position. If I want to flatten the position, just drag out on it and say flatten. Now I'm flat. If I go back to orders, see I bought 5. Okay? I mean, it's very user-friendly, and I can tell you there's a lot more good stuff coming for it, but you'll find that this is very easy to use. Now if I click this, I haven't shown you this. This is your order settings. So I set the market order for a quantity of 1. If you trade 5 lots or 2 lots, let's say 2s, right? This is how you change it. You just click back and then back, and now my quantity, let me cancel these. If I place an order, you can see it placed it for 2. If I click it again, now I placed another 2. So I'm working 4 down here. I can click the just tap the cancel, and I'm done. So that's how you specify that. If I want to place a stop order, just click stop. You can see it says stop for a quantity of 1. It's a day. So I click back. So if I want to place a buy stop, I just tap up here, tap up here. These are, you can see they're working up here. And if I go to orders, working, buy 1, stop day. I'm working 2 of them. And if I want to cancel them, I can cancel them, which I'll do. Okay. So let's see, what else have I not touched on? I mean, it's real straightforward and convenient. I'd recommend at least taking a demo and experiencing it. It's very, very high performing. So let me show you, since we're talking about performance, what I want to do is share a different screen. All right, bear with me here. This is really cool. So what I did, okay, hopefully you guys can all see I'm on YouTube. This is a video. I posted this earlier. Now this is a video. There's no sound. I'll kind of talk through it. I'm going to hit play. This is me. This is the phone. This is the app. This is election night. So they're actually announcing the election results. We'd already sold off, I think about 70 or 80 handles in the S&P here. But watch this. I'm assuming you can all see this. I can't see responses. So Terry, if they can't, let me know.
Yeah, I can see it. It looks good.
Okay, and again, you guys can watch this on YouTube, but this really gives you an idea of the performance. I mean, there's desktop apps that struggle to keep up with a fast market, and this is showing. I know the video, it's a little blurry on some, but I was trying to hold my iPad while I held my phone and recorded it. Okay, there I'm filled. I just sold 5. You can see how fast this is updating. And this is why I wanted to share my okay, there I was filled. So it's just a short video, but I wanted to share my webcam because what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you that simulator that I had up, that I was just showing you, and then I wanted to place orders on my phone, and they're tied to the same account, so you'd actually see how fast they're hitting. So one way you guys could do this, some users they're having 2 logins, one for their desktop application and one for their mobile, so then they can be logged into both at the same time, and you can manage orders on either one. So it's convenient, and you can tie your trading logins to a single account that way. Anyway.
Just one thing. There's people asking about the YouTube link. It's on MarketDelta and Future.io Twitter feeds right now. So you can go there and get the link.
Okay, good. I don't know if I'm able to, yeah, okay. Yeah, Terry just mentioned where it is, so you guys can go check that out. What else did I want to show you guys? So there, yeah, that's really the demo. I mean, that's the demo I had, but on our website, if you go to the blog, there's more information on this, and it has the link to download it. So, Terry, I'll give you this link. I'll post it in here. If you want to repost that for me.
Okay.
That's the, or however you want to, but that's the link where it links right to the App Store.
Okay.
Which actually, here it is on the App Store, guys. So MarketDelta Mobile, and you can just download it and off and running. You can grab a demo right there from within the app, so you don't even have to go to our website to request a trading login. The demos are good for 14 days, and have fun with it. That's it's a nice tool. What else? I guess if there's questions, maybe I'll take those.
Okay, there's a couple. Can you address this I know you showed the video, but can you address a little bit on the speed and order fill and security issues associated with trading with a mobile app?
Okay, so let's talk about the speed. I don't know what, I mean, I just showed the video, so the
That was a good
speed,
example. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the speed is, it's, it's fast. I don't even know what to say. You'll be hard pressed to probably find desktop domes that would even keep up with the speed of it. In terms of security, it connects directly through a WebSocket to the CQG order routing system. These orders are not routed through MarketDelta or anything like that. So it's actually using the same types of APIs that any desktop application using the latest CQG APIs would be using. So from a security standpoint, in terms of order routing and everything is good. I would say probably the biggest security thing is how people use their phones. And the login here, let me go back to, I did touch on this. Okay, so I'm back at the app, right? And if I go back, I'm going to log out of the app. Actually, come on, let's see. Sometimes the simulator doesn't do what you want. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of times your kids might grab your phone, right? How many of you guys does that happen to? I have 4 kids and it happens all the time. And
Yeah.
when it comes to an app like this, so here's, I mean, they're not trying to trade on the thing, but let's face it, things happen. So if I click this, I'm going to launch it like one of my sons would. If you have Remember Me checked, all they really need to do then is click Log In, and they're literally into the app, which isn't what you want if it's your live account. So what we've done, and I highly recommend this, and this is the security you'll want to do. Go to Preferences, turn on the passcode, and I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I wouldn't use 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it something your kids aren't going to guess. And make it different than what the passcode is you might use in your phone in case they happen to know that, right? So now watch. I'm going to log out or go back to my home screen. So now my son grabs it, he launches it, and it asks for the passcode. Of course, he won't know what that is, but I do. So I'm going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4. Brings me in here, and now I'll click Log In, and I'll get in. Again, you could have an added layer by just having it where you have this unchecked, and you got to enter in your password. But a lot of people don't like to do that, so I'm just bringing that to your attention. So you can actually have double layer of security that way. So that's about as good as you can do without actually creating a lot of unnecessary frustration just trying to use a simple app. I think that should address that question.
I like that feature. That's a good feature. Any plans for an Android or Windows app?
Android, yes, it's in planning, and we're hoping to have that probably near the end of the first quarter
Okay.
of 2017. No guarantees on that, but that's what it looks like right now. I mean, Windows probably not. I mean, between Android and iOS, I think they have 90-some% of the market.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's not, well, I'll just leave it at that. That's probably what we'll do.
Okay. MD Mobile, is it part of the desktop version, or is it its own separate module that you have to pay for?
Okay, great question. So it's its own app, and it's connected. The way to really think about it, it's its own application that you're going to install, and you can install it on all your iOS devices. But what really controls it is your broker login. And the broker login is tied, the enablement is actually MarketDelta Cloud. So all you need to do is have your broker would need to enable your login for MarketDelta Cloud. And when they do, you'll have access to MarketDelta Mobile. You can use that login on MarketDelta Mobile, and you can use it on MarketDelta Cloud. You can actually go back and forth between the two. You don't have to. We're going to have a lot of people already. We see a lot of people just using the mobile app only, and that's perfectly fine. The one thing I'll address this before the question probably comes in is you did not see a chart, right? I did not show charts. We don't have charts on here yet. Well, obviously, we realize that you got to have some. We want to add some sort of basic charting in, so you can at least kind of get a historical look at price movement. And for now, this is kind of what this is showing you, is just giving you an idea of, where it opened, what the low was, where it's
Is
just
that
all
a
that
daily
stuff.
bar?
Yes, it's a daily bar. So
That was actually
did
my
I
next
answer?
question was about the charts, so I'm glad you went into that.
Yeah. I guess with respect to MarketDelta Desktop, when I mentioned that earlier, that is it's obviously totally separate. But if you have MarketDelta Desktop, you can simply request your broker enable that login also for MarketDelta Cloud. And so when they do, normally there's fees when your trading login is enabled for cloud, because that's all it gets used for. But if you have a MarketDelta Desktop subscription, those fees are waived. And so now that login, that trading login, can be used across all our platforms, desktop, cloud, and mobile. And you're only paying the fees once, which is nice because nobody wants to pay exchange fees twice.
Yeah. I know you didn't show it, so it's probably not a feature, but is there any plans for any kind of alerts to where you could set like a price alert to where your phone dings and alerts you that a product at a certain price?
Yeah, some notifications. Yeah, that's on the roadmap. We probably first, though, won't be so much price alerts, but it'll be like order alerts. So maybe you're trading on the desktop, or maybe we're working orders, right? Let's just say you're working orders in the market, and all of a sudden the market jumps and you get filled. You'd be notified of that. That's more important. Well, that's the way we view it. It's more important that you're notified of a fill versus a price, but we'll hopefully get them all in there.
Okay. I know for me, I like to, set price alerts, so if something happens that I can say, hey, I got to take a look. I need to stop what I'm doing now and see what's going on. But
Yeah.
do you have is it a public roadmap, or is it just kind of your behind the scenes roadmap of your plans for the app?
Yeah, we don't make that public.
Okay.
One of the reasons is that stuff can change based on just really what we're hearing from customers. We try and stick to it, but it's one of these things that if we have a lot of users that were really requesting a specific piece of functionality, we want to be able to prioritize that without having a lot of pushback to something that everybody thought was public, and now things have changed, so it's just easier to manage that way.
Okay. Is there an email or something to where they can email you if they request a function or request a feature, so that way maybe if you get quite a bit of emails about a certain topic, it might become a priority?
Yeah, sure. They can just email support@marketdelta.com, and we manage, like I said, we manage everything behind the scenes on that, so that'll work.
Okay. There's no other questions at the moment, so thank you for the demo today, and I have to say the app looks really smooth. I'm really surprised at how fast it was during the election. It seemed to keep up really quick. I've seen on desktop applications times where the market went crazy and desktop apps just absolutely lose their mind. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I know. I was actually shocked when I was running it during that video. I just was doing that for the heck of it, and I was amazed at just how fluid it was. And I mean, it's nice. It's nice to have that. A lot of times, any kind of cloud-based or mobile trading app is either 1-second updates, or it's just real slow and sluggish. It's not anything like what a lot of people might expect that use these dome-like interfaces all the time in trading. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, I'd say it's probably overkill. You don't need to see things updating that fast, but it does provide you some confidence of, yeah, I get a sense of what's going on, and also when you see it moving that fast, it almost gives you more of an idea of the volatility and just what's going on in the market versus just 1 second snapshots of just you can't
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds great. Thank you for today's webinar, and look forward to another one in the future.
All right, great. Thanks everybody for the opportunity, and thanks Terry and Mike. Appreciate it.
You too.